Hi everybody, Nick here. I'm enjoying this fine morning, and I'm realizing now that the sun is just kind of coming over and blasting me in the face. I'm reading Bernardo Kastrup's The Daimon and the Soul of the West, and a great book, highly recommended. A lot is coming up in terms of calling in character, and a little bit of what I wanted to talk about briefly is calling in character as it relates to the body. And you know, when we talk about calling in character, most of us go straight into the head. We think about abstract values, ideas, some abstract plan for our lives. But in reality, I think for most of us, going to the body is and should be the first place for the most honest kind of maybe understanding of what calling in character is, what this daemon is. And Kastrup gets into this in his book, but thinking about it like our instincts, our drives, even tensions we carry, those aren't just random noise. They're signals. They're signals the body is always trying to, essentially say something about whether we're in alignment with who we really are. Before we go to these places of rationalization, or even deconstruction, trying to compartmentalize everything, the body already knows. The unconscious, the daemon, already knows. So why is character, and that's why character isn't just about having the right ideals, this top-down understanding. It's about embodiment. It's about our habits, about our gestures, the way we show up in our relationships. All of that is carved into and through lived bodily experience. So you can't fake character if you're cut off from your body, or you can't fake character if you're cut off from what your body is actually telling you. If you listen to that purpose and that meaning, I would argue more often than not, you're going to find some stability, some comfort within, some home within. And this connects directly to calling. As I've been reading The Daimon and the Soul of the West, Bernardo, he's really talking about this kind of this figure of the daemon, and whether you want to call it that, or the unconscious, or God, or whatever, the inner guide, the inner compass, that mysterious presence that nudges us towards our destiny. The daemon doesn't just usually speak in words. Our body doesn't speak in words. The unconscious doesn't usually speak in words. It shows up as a pull in our gut, or a rush of energy, a sense of rightness when you step onto the path that is yours, that you're in alignment with. It's a feeling, it's a motive, right? It's the tingle up the spine when you know something's going right. So if we want to discover our calling, it's not about overthinking or endlessly planning, right? There's some spontaneity in it. It's about getting back into your body. It's about feeling for signals. It's about listening to where energy wants to move, where life feels expansive versus constrictive, where it feels instinctual and spontaneous, right? And creative rather than stagnant and static, right? Character is the form our life takes when we listen. If the daemon is the musician, its calling is the dialogue. It's that calling with the dialogue of the inner guide, the daemon, through the body. One without the other doesn't work. So here's a little bit of a challenge, and I know it's a quick video, and maybe I'll get into more detail with it. So if you're confused, just think about it this way, right? Instead of asking, what should I do with my life? Try asking the questions, what is my body saying to me right now? Where do I feel most alive, most compelled, most true? What are these impulses telling me about my existence? What do I need to listen to? That's usually where the daemon, or the unconscious, whatever you want to call it, that's where it's pointing. Because in the end, the body, what we conceptualize is something separate from us. It isn't. It's the tuning fork. The daemon is a musician, and our task is to listen deeply enough that we can let the music shape our lives a little bit. Anyway, enjoy this quick video, guys. I'll be trying to make more for what it's worth. getting a little bit creative on here. But I hope everybody's doing well. Go listen to some music or the music in here. All right. Have a great day. Bye.